Hello everyone and welcome to the TARDIS review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Hurling, and...
Like, well, that guy.
It is great to have that guy with us once again. Absolutely.
Yes. We hated this guy, so that guy is a change.
Hello folks and welcome back to another TARDIS review, and today we are going to be reviewing the HOO Hell Bent console. Now, as you can remember, well, I hope you can remember, we reviewed the Hell Bent console NLS actually, hang on, yeah, at least over a year ago, a year and 3 months I believe. So it's been a while since we've gone and had a look at a design quite like the Hell Bent. So we're going to look at HOOs and give our verdicts on that. So, shall we get the exterior summoned?
Yes, hoping the ATI HUD has worked this time and doesn't try to summon the other TARDIS. Because I never tested it. We're professional, I swear.
Oh, God save us all.
God save our
No.
thingy Cody.
We'll get thrown off the internet. Ah, yes, that worked.
Bit of a delay on the sound there, but okay.
Oh, hello.
It is quite accurate to how the one in the show was, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a good specular on the top there.
It looks like aluminium.
Yes. That's like a brushed aluminium.
Well, you know, you look at it from the top, it looks like it's bump mapping. Well, a type of bump mapping anyway.
It's not bump mapping.
But again, with HRO, especially with their latest exteriors anyway, even the smallest parts have the finest detail to them. I mean, if you look at the side of the door, you look at the door and look at the side there, you can just see the kind of, you know, the metal, well, I wouldn't call them scratches, but the pattern of the metal just going straight down in a nice straight line. You know, it just looks so even, so perfect. You know, I love it.
It's very nice texturing.
And the rough kind of texture that goes all the way around it and on the doors themselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, it's just basically a very basic exterior, because it's based on what the original TARDIS as well. The TARDIS should be.
I think... Oh, no, it's alright. I thought that was two different faces, but it's just the way the specular has blocked that part from seeing the same... It's alright, ignore me, my mind. But yes, it's just a standard shape, but it's just the texturing work that makes the extra proper metal look. I mean, if I go back into midday... There you go. You can see the shine a lot more specific, and look, you can see the little dots. It's a little bit of a low detail noise, but that's only because I think it's because of the UV map. Maybe, am I right? Yes, no, I think so. It looks like a UV map. Sorry, I think that's right. Yeah. So yeah, just because it's been stretched, but.
So in that case, shall we go in and have a look at the beast inside?
Yep.
I do believe we should. The door sounds are accurate as well. Just putting that out there.
Yay.
Right, now I don't think I've actually, well, I think I have actually seen the Hell Bent console, but I haven't managed to see much of it before until now, and I have to say I am liking it.
From what I understand, this is one of the most accurate ones, representations of it within Second Life.
I have to admit though, you know, this area in particular in the show, wasn't it a little bit bigger? I don't remember it being so close to the doors.
Potentially. Well, I would have to reference the episode to check.
I don't know. I do feel like it is a little bit smaller than what it was in the actual episode, because I do believe, from what I can remember, there was a fair distance between this part of the console and the actual door. I mean, look at that, it doesn't even take much to walk there, so I don't know, but either way, that's just relatively not important. I just thought I'd point it out. One thing I do like in particular, however, is the detail on the, well, what do you call them, more lights, I suppose, these?
They are very nice.
Yeah.
See, I love it when they put this kind of detail in, because it kind of gives the whole, well, it stands by the whole point and the whole impression of the extra dimension, you know. That extra detail kind of gives it that more of a good taste, I could say.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
very interesting.
What's that?
What?
Hold on a minute, I need to confirm what I'm thinking. Ah, it's true? Is that true? Am I right in saying that that is true? Yeah, it's true. Okay, I've noticed there's very little evident ambient occlusion on this build. I mean, I can see little bits of it on the console, like here, there's some outline of shading there. But it's very whitewashed. Like, there's no
that's because
shading.
the actual one is just basically white.
Yes.
No, but you would still see, like, with these, you would still see on the corners if there's a slight dirt accumulated in the corner, like it was like a slight shading.
Shadow.
Yeah, there would be dust, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. That's the same thing with this console. The outline, the black outline here. Maybe that's a bit too thick of an outline, but you know, it creates that like they've been stuck together and has just
older than that wall anyway in terms of upload date because well, it's basically a Hartnell console.
Basically.
Is that the actual piece?
If you inspect it, you'll see most of the upload dates were 2013.
Oh yeah.
And if we wanted to look at the Hartnell
All by the same guy.
comparison, I have that as well.
I'm just attracted to this wall here, especially those roundels. Well, I'll call them roundels. Cog roundels, I suppose you could call them.
There is ambient occlusion on these parts.
Is that?
Yeah, it's a bit blurred out, but there is some there.
I can see him.
Ah.
I do like these roundel styles. I'm not sure how accurate they are. I'd have to look at the episode, and they probably are accurate.
I believe
Well, I was
they
gonna-
are actually quite accurate to the ones in the episode.
I was going to say, I think you'll find they're pretty much accurate.
Wait, what's creating that light? Is that
What's creating what light?
is that
I
is
think
there a
it's
from?
supposed to be a halo of light just around the roundel. I don't think, unless hold on.
I don't see what Prim's. Huh?
Oh, it is affected with power. Okay.
I don't think it's attached to the wall properly. Wait, what? What's creating that glow?
Whatever it is, it's absolutely fucking marvelous.
But oh, there it is. Found you. It's a plane. There we go then. So yeah, it's just texturized. Ow.
That's still cool though.
Although it's a little bit stretched.
Well, yeah, but shut up.
The quality of the actual light at the bottom that I'm standing on.
The projectors.
These
yeah.
are projectors. That's
Projectors, yeah.
gorgeous.
I need one thing though, and
Okay,
actually no. I was about to say that they're not very detailed because
Well, I was-
they're blurred out.
Well, yeah, no, I was going to say as well, the quality is a little bit low for that.
See, that's an ever so slight issue because what's happening there is the texture itself is blurred. But what you would want to do is you'd want to use a non-blurred texture and then allow the projector to blur itself. Because what's happening here is it's double blurring the blur, and that's why you're getting this.
Have you ever watched Hotel Transylvania?
Have you ever watched what?
Hotel Transylvania.
I think I might have looked at it.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
How much further?
Right. Okay.
Sorry, it just had to be said.
Okay, so turn the
Oh, so we
affect
do.
the roundels anyway. Okay.
So we do have extra.
I like some lighting. I like the lighting there at the back there.
Yeah, there is extra light functionality. It's just when I resed this, I turned all the lights on, so we weren't messing around with them in the video.
Well, no, that's good. I like the fact that we can actually control.
Yeah.
The lights from a separate switch rather than all.
There is one thing
constantly
about this build that is ever so slightly annoying, but I can see why they didn't do it. But I kind of would have liked it, and that is on the scanner screen, the rivets
bolts
are textured rather than actual circles. I mean, I know that it adds extra land impact, but NLS did manage to do that on their scanner screen, and it didn't increase the land impact much. So, I mean, if they'd have used like a simple, like, I don't know, 9 or 10-sided circle for each one of the bolts, maybe even less than that.
It could have worked, I suppose. I mean, what's
and the inset as well around that line there. They could have easily done that, but meh.
What's the 123? Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, from what
I got 119 without clicking everything.
The right part of my inventory, I believe it says. Does it say on the box how many? No.
No. Nid pas. Although to be honest, I have to admit, because we've never done Hartnell review before. And
we did with Nouvelle Noire. We didn't.
Well, no, we did. Well, okay, yeah, we did a Nouvelle Noire Hartnell review, but in terms of HOOs, for example, especially when it comes to the quality of mesh, this one I think suits like basic users' needs, because I suppose the Hartnell one's a lot bigger than this, if you think about it, and therefore
the
creates
Hartnell room from HOO is only one room as opposed to Novelli having 5 or 6.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
but it is a big room.
This one, I suppose, is a lot smaller, therefore a lot less in land impact. Therefore, it's better to use if you're like in a sandbox or something. And of course, the detail from both the classic genre and the modern one put together, obviously, which is the whole point of the Hell Bent consoles, I think is great. And I'd love to see it there. So overall, I think this is a great console to have if you're starting off.
I am very surprised. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because Cobalt's put a UV map on the top here. But on the bottom, he's left it as a blank texture, which means he hasn't got any shading, and from down underneath here, you would have the lights creating a shadow. I don't know, it just seems like... I don't understand why...
It's a bit weird how he's opted to not...
Yeah.
Not have that.
I mean, I say there's a UV map on the top parts, but it might just be using it as a sprite. But regardless, I mean, it's odd. But oh well.
Now to work out where the flight lever is. Ah, yes. That is one thing I do love, is how smooth that rotor appears to be.
Yeah. I love the detail of it. I do admit I love these kind of rotors. Well, I never used to, but they do definitely grow on you after a while. Cause just seeing everything just inside move, you know.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? That centre section piece was actually made in 2016, which means this isn't exactly the one that you would get in the Hartnell. I'm not too sure what the difference is. I'd have to res the Hartnell next to that actually, I'm going to take a copy of that rotor, see if that breaks everything, and then I'll compare them later to see actually what the difference is. So that'd be interesting. Assuming they haven't updated it to have this rotor in.
But no, overall, I do like it. How much do you... Oh, okay, so it's just a step
No,
map.
you literally just have sort of a room.
I mean, the controls, looking at the controls, they're very accurate. Very, very accurate.
Well, that I don't know, because, well, we didn't see much of the controls in Hell Bent, did we?
You sort of, yeah, you kind of only see one thing.
Another case here, though, of where the texture is being used rather than actual mesh. A bit of bump mapping would have helped make that more poppy.
Oh, John.
What?
I'm gonna just kill your brain for a moment. Alright. See with the panel that I'm standing at?
Mm.
Look at it.
This one here?
Yep. I'm surprised you haven't picking it up. Have you noticed?
What, no labels?
No. Just look at it. Literally just look at it at a bird's eye view. Is it me, or is this the bottom part, the grey one, the grey part? Shouldn't that have been centered a little bit more?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's way off, isn't it? Whether or not that was actually like that in the show, though, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
I wouldn't have imagined so, but I don't know.
But yeah, that is an OCD nightmare, though.
It is a separate claim from that entire panel, so it could have. Just
I thought you
been
were referring to the needles.
iffy positioning.
Are there any extra bits to this console, like with the Type 50X and all that we don't know
What,
about?
any planet res? I don't think so.
No, it's just a fairly...
I mean, I could just press every single fucking button and see if it makes any difference.
I suppose you could do.
Apparently clicking on most of them isn't doing anything anyway. It's because something... it's because Jack has been touching all of the controls.
Oops. Oopsie daisy. My bad.
It's like, security warning! Control touch timeless ancient! Which means now I have to wait for 4 hours before I can do any of the controls. I've discovered something that I know this console has, the Hartnell console has, and the Hurt console has a similar feature.
Oh.
See the little screen here on this panel?
Little screen.
That is a radiation meter.
Oh yeah.
Now, usually that will just randomise when you've landed somewhere, but you can set it to manual, and then you can set it to dangerous levels of radiation. And on this particular console and the Hartnell, when it's in the red is blinking, and it's like, danger, danger, danger.
That is cool.
I believe on the Hurt, what it'll do is it makes a Geiger counter sound, which, when it's in danger, is sort of very Geigery.
Geigery. Can you turn that on again, Cody?
Let's set it to a healthy reading. There we go.
Now, can you put it into danger just so I can see whether or not it's affecting the glow?
Danger!
Hold on. Huh. How does that work then? Wait, is that named? No. Oh, the script's in there. Wait, what? Oh, it's in the same prim. Oh, I see, right. It's specifically scripted for that face. Okay. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain fart moment.
That's still cool though. Right, that's something they didn't have to add, they do. Now actually, if I take that off of manual, what I should be able to do is land us at TSG, and it should tell us if the radiation outside is safe. Which I should fucking hope it is.
Otherwise, I have to shut up shop.
Again.
Oh, it's TSG.
Oh, sorry about that.
Well, you know.
Cool.
I should probably change that to make it more easy for people to find, but oh well.
Are you sure it won't just say the name's too long?
We'll soon find out. I'm sure Jack's done it before, so.
Radiation is healthy.
Yay!
That's what the meter has reported to us.
Although it's slightly above low, so.
Oh yeah, but
you know.
the needle is in low when it's in flight. It's just at the very bottom of what it could reach.
Well, I mean, every planet has their own radiation, even Earth does, so...
Although while you're in flight, that should actually go up, shouldn't it, really?
Well, there should be a lot of radiation in space, yeah.
Yeah.
So, with all that in mind, should we give our verdicts for it? So, out of 10, John, what would you give the exterior?
I like the exterior. The texture work is very nice. It's a simple exterior, and there's nothing much really to say about it because you can't really. It's a blank. It's a blank exterior.
That's true.
I mean, what I'll say.
If you don't want to give a verdict for the exterior, because obviously, I mean.
Well, I can give a basic verdict based off of the. Sorry, what I'm gonna have to ask what Torrin's laughing at.
Sorry, our AO is doing. Our AOs rather are doing exactly the same thing at exactly the same time.
Pretty much.
It caught me off guard.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So the exterior is. If I want to give a verdict of it, it's not really. It doesn't really have to apply. But in this case,
I'll tell you what then. Let's just do it out of 5 for the exterior. So out of 10 for the interior, out of 5 for the exterior.
Okay, that shortens the right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, I would give it. This is about as accurate as you can get, so I'll give it a low 5.
Okay, so you've given it a 5. Okay.
Because it's as accurate as you can get it, really. I mean, okay, maybe you could add a little bit of bump mapping, but is it necessary? Not really. It's brushed aluminium, so I can't really. I mean, apart from maybe the textures could be more high detail, but then you've got the limitation of Second Life's size limit on the texture, so. I can only give it really a high mark for that because it's as accurate as you can get it.
That's fine.
Okay. As for the console, however, from out of 10, as I did say before, I wish there was a little bit more ambient occlusion, a bit more UV mapping on certain objects to make it a bit more quote unquote meshy. Wrong word to use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
There is ambient occlusion applied to certain parts, like this thing here. As you can see, that there's a proper UV map, all nicely laid out, and there's ambient occlusion applied to it. Blah, 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 blah. But some parts, like beneath the console, don't have that, and I don't understand why not. Whether or not that was a mistake, or whether or not it just didn't look right when they uploaded it, I don't know. However, the sound effects, the actual functionality, are all perfectly fine, and therefore, to give a generic mark to this, I would say. No, go on. I like this console apart from the thing, so I'll give it a low 9.
Okay, so you give it a 9. Right. So, Cody, for the exterior, what would you give out of 5?
I actually quite like that exterior because it fits in a lot of situations. Because obviously it's designed to be on Gallifrey, so you go to Gallifrey.
Ideal for roleplay, yeah.
It blends in on spaceships.
That's true.
I mean, you can pass it off as just being a piece of space junk or a crate or something.
Yeah, which kind of makes the whole disguise thing work really well.
So, because it's a very versatile exterior whilst remaining a very basic design, I do have to give it a 5, I think.
5? Okay. And for the interior?
It's minimalistic and clean, which is good for some people. I mean, I quite like this console. I mean, I basically got it for the sake of doing the video, but I wouldn't have done that if I didn't like it. So, I give it a 9.
A 9? Okay. For me, for the exterior, the same. The points you've both given are absolutely bang on. More to the point that obviously HRO have stuck with the actual detail and look of what was actually presented in the show, which of course is paramount when it comes to these kind of things, because of course detail is key. But even obviously the actual exterior, even in the show, is very basic. They've still stuck to that instead of doing like their own little flick or thing, which probably wouldn't have been too bad, but you know. So yes, I think I will also give it a 5. And for the interior, I mean, if I was to use this just by myself, I probably definitely would get it. It's below land impact. It is at the same time quite detailed. The mesh quality is superb. Couple of little things, just you know, just there that they could have put in probably. So bearing that in mind, I suppose I'll just give it a 9. So
Okay, then.
that
Well, I
is
will
our...
quickly add though.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
just a quick little add though. There is a good thing that you could technically use to your advantage at the fact that there is no UV map on the bottom of this object and certain other ones. Because it's not mapped, you can logically, unless there is a map on there and the textures has not been applied, you could logically then use your own textures on those certain parts. But that's just what I was thinking of.
No,
I did
that's-
notice as well the texture on this the texture on the outside of this doorway as well looks a little bit too dark.
Huh.
But that's just something I've just
Okay.
actually noted. Oh,
That does sort of work, yeah.
oh, there you go. Then it's not UV map then, so that's fine. So yeah, you can customize those certain parts that haven't got a UV map applied. I don't know what else hasn't. No, that's a UV map. Yeah, it's a UV map.
I think,
I don't know what does not.
I
don't know what-
change the random textures though.
There's not much ambient occlusion on this part, but there is some slight shading, so I don't know. But I'm very picky with that kind of stuff because I just like the extra detail that ambient occlusion and shadowing can bring to a
Yeah, you can change
Okay.
those walls and they don't look too strange with that particular texture I was testing with anyway. So you could woodenify this console if you had wood textures. That might be kind of interesting actually.
So there you go, folks. This would actually be quite ideal for those of you who are heavy modders, I suppose you could say.
Or
bit of a weird
those of you
texture
that
there.
are very simple and just want a simple console.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a weird texture with these parts of the lights,
Hmm.
but
Either way,
personal opinions really. I'm not really fussed completely. Carry on. Sorry.
so that is our verdict and review of the Hell Bent and of Amiga console. We do hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys soon in the next video. Until then,
Yes.
see you
Make
soon.
sure you rate it, guys. Using the card at the top. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you folks for watching. If you enjoyed, do please leave a like or comment below on this video.
If you want more, on Jack's side is the last video and the recommended video that we've suggested to you.
To stay tuned for more, on John's right is the link to our channel so you can subscribe, and also we have a link to our website if you want more information about who we are and what we do. Until next time,
Take care, stay safe.
and remember,
Let your geeks
side
out. Bye bye,
Toodle
guys.
dip.